Hello, everyone. It's Mark here again at the Arts and Culture Network, and it's my pleasure to be with Tani Navarro this morning. Tani is one of our full members and is an artist. Tani, thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thank you for having me also for the invitation. Thank you, Mark. It's a pleasure.
It's a real pleasure. And you're in Corsica, which is great. What I'd like to do today is to show some of your work, give you a chance to say hi to everybody, and then I'll be creating your fantasy cultural year from the answers to some easy questions, if that's okay, just to pull out some anecdotes and surprises. So let's dive in. I'm going to share my screen. There we go. So that everyone can see it. So there you are on LinkedIn with some of your beautiful work above it. And here is your website, which has got a lovely gallery of it, of some of the work that you've added here. So this is lovely. I know you and I have browsed through this before, and I was telling you what I saw in each of the pictures, which was great fun. This is one of my favorites. That's a lady. Oh, hang on. I'm going to pause it when it gets to one of those. So tell us a little bit about yourself and the work that you do and how you came to be an artist, Tani.
Well, actually, during all my life, I always painted, well, to be a painter, legally speaking, and as a full-time, it came from a health event, and I decided, well, it's time now to be a full painter. So I always, as I said, always painted and draw. Even beside because I've been working for living, right, during 25 years, and then a time has come for it came for in 2017, 2019, I received some requests for exhibitions and to show my work in different places around when I was living in the south of France. So it was it impulsed the way of showing my work more often and to work as full-time painter. So this is a short story. So now my universe is around Mediterranean. Well, I was born in Northern Africa from a Spanish family. So this is the shortcut of the family story. And my husband is from Corsica, and in 2021 we decided to be settled, to be based in Corsica. So
That's
Mediterranean, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's fantastic. I can see the Mediterranean influence in your work, the azures, the blues, and the work. It's lovely. And what was amusing last time when we went through your work was that I could see things in your paintings that you hadn't intended, which was great. So if you're browsing through this, and when we publish Tani's profile, these images will be there. But it's beautiful. It's really happy kind of work. It brings a smile to your face as you browse through it. This could be a city. This is beautiful as well. This is a big tower somewhere in an underground city. It's all wonderful work. So this is at tanitelas.com. So you could go and find more of the work here. That's great, Tani. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop the share now because what we're going to do now is have some fun so that we can understand what makes you tick a bit better. So I'm going to create a fantasy cultural year from you. And the first question I need to ask you is, what's your favorite building?
So my favorite building is because you asked the question before when we met. I had the time to to think about. So this is the Alcázar Palace in Sevilla.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to find it. Alcas.
Alcázar with a Z.
Yeah.
Alcazar.
Oh, excuse me, I sneezed. Oh dear. Right, let's
That's
show everyone. Here we go. Here is the Alcazar Palace in Seville. I've been there because my brother lived and worked in Seville for 11 years, and so I used to visit him a lot. I remember it's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Right. Okay, that starts us off, which is good. So I'm going to place you in a street side cafe and bar in sight of the Alcazar Palace in Sevilla. Um, and on the you're sitting there in the sunshine, late afternoon, and on your right is a book, and it can be any book you like. It could be a recent discovery. It could be a favorite book or a book that's been with you all your life. What book would I find sitting next to you on that table?
Um, um, I don't have the title. I'm sorry in English.
Okay, tell us in
So,
Spanish.
um, it's L'île des oubliés, and the author is Victoria Hislop.
Right, let's see if we can find that. Hislop. Lille, was it?
L'île, like the isle.
Oh,
Well,
I
literally speaking, it's the Isle of Forgotten, but I'm not sure this is the how it went translated.
love Victoria Hislop. I love what is it in Spanish or French?
In French, what do you mean, Hislop? This is the author,
Yes, Victoria Hislop. Let's search for Victor.
Victoria Hislop. And
Let's search for her. The island. Is it the island?
yeah, probably yes.
There we go.
Um,
Let's see if I can find that images. There we go. Let's share so people can have a look. There we go. Is it this one?
Island. Is it, yeah, well,
Let's see. Yeah.
yes.
Oh, the Islands collection. So it's one of a series, perhaps.
Uh, it, yes, this one was the first one,
Okay.
and well, it happened in Creta because Victoria Hislop is English, but
Yeah.
she has origin from Creta, Creta in Greece,
Yeah.
and on the east of the isle there is another small isle, and this is the story of this isle actually, and it's a family saga around the lepra.
Okay. It looks
And
like it looks great. I mean, it's such a dive into that. So these are I think those are the Island series. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, well, our guests can find that if they want. So you're sitting there and that book is on your right, and there is a drink on your left. What would I find there?
well, it depends what time is it. It's late afternoon,
6 p.m.
6 p.m. So 6 p.m. probably a glass of red wine from
You
the
There
from
you
the
are.
area.
There you are in Seville near the Alcazar Palace with the Victoria Hislop book and a glass of red wine. Lovely. Now you've come from a very interesting meeting in the palace with a wealthy civilian family foundation who want to employ you for a year to do a research trip. Okay. And they'd like you to spend a year studying the art of emerging artists who have made the leap of faith into the art world, so that you can do a TV series, you can do a book tour. There is a book in it and a TED talk. And all you need to do, it's very well paid. expenses covered, first class all the way. Family and friends can come and visit if you wish. All you need to do is to decide what country you'd like to do that in.
Well, the country remains Spain, actually. So,
Okay,
and I think about a place. I have the picture. This is Barcelona.
nice.
Barcelona is a town I really love. So,
Yeah, Las Ramblas. Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so you're in Seville. No, you're in Barcelona. Sorry, you're in Barcelona.
Mm.
And there is a group of people waiting at the airport to meet you. They have your name on a card. They pop you in a limousine. They take you into the center of Barcelona, overlooking, is it La Sagrada Familia? And you have an apartment there. You have some staff. You have a car. You have a helicopter if you want. So you're going to start. These young people are going to ease you into your year of study. And the first thing they say is, right, settle in, unpack, relax. We're going to take you to a dance performance, and then we're going to take you out to dinner. Now, because this is a magical fantasy year, you don't have to stay local with your culture, but you can if you wish to. So of all of the dance performances that you might want to watch, I can wave a magic wand and you're in the theatre and there is a dance show on the stage. It can be any form of dance, any dancer, living or not, any style, so any group. So what dance performance would you like to watch in the perfect scenario there?
Um, Contemporary dance,
Mm-hmm.
contemporary ballet. Well, I'm thinking about I don't know if she's still alive or not. Um, Martha Graham. Sorry for
Okay.
pronunciation. And I've never seen her live her work, but she's a really precursor on contemporary dance about the movement and the the emotion and the interpretation we can have. So
Yeah.
as a mindset, she was a precursor. So this is why I
Well,
probably
we're going to go back in time so you can see her at her peak in that theatre. That's great. It was
Graham.
Martha Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, fantastic. Now your friends are taking you out to dinner and you can have any national cuisine you like. So what country's national cuisine would you enjoy for dinner afterwards?
Japanese.
Perfect. We might even have a Japanese Spanish fusion restaurant, which would be fantastic. There we go. Excellent. Now, the next day in Barcelona is sport day, and many of us consider some sports to constitute performance art. We had breakdancing in the Olympics. So, what sport would you like to watch for a couple of hours?
Oh wow. Um, well, I I don't know how to say it. Neither aquatic dance or aquatic performance.
Yeah, synchronized swimming.
Yeah, exactly. Synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming. Yes. Okay, we'll do that. Now, in Barcelona, there is a new gallery, which is a digital gallery, in which you can put on a virtual reality headset and step into the work of a famous artist and move around inside in 3 dimensions, 360 degrees, with the characters moving if you wish. Which artist's work would you like to step into?
Well, definitely, yeah. I'm thinking, again, a Spanish one, but Salvador Dali. It's
Okay,
well, it's
there you
so
are, standing on site, standing underneath the dripping clock.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah,
And those landscape,
yeah,
like
fantastic.
nowhere landscapes, and the hand the hounds and they well all those kinds of symbols. Yeah, could be magical. Mm.
He used to walk around Paris with an anteater on a lead, didn't he? Do you remember? He had a pet anteater. Crazy. Excellent. Dali it is. Now, I've flown out to Barcelona and we're going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to finish off your trip. Monday is going to be a pop or rock concert. Tuesday is going to be a theatre play. Wednesday is going to be a West End or Broadway musical. Thursday is an opera. And Friday is a film. So you get to choose. So what pop or rock concert would you like to go to with me? It can be
Alive or dead?
anything,
Any.
any rock or pop concert.
Well, David Bowie.
Yeah, there's wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody I never saw and I wish I had. There's a wonderful picture of him at Milton Keynes Bowl in the UK, and it's taken from behind him, and you can see the whole crowd in front of him. And not one person is holding up a mobile phone. So we'll be at that.
Indeed.
That's the concert we'll fly to.
Okay.
What about a theatre play?
Well, actually, any play, but and if I remember, he died for a couple of years, but the director is Peter Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the opportunity to see. Well, it was a kind of opera and play. It was Don Giovanni. It was in a lyric festival, and the direction was completely amazing and new,
Okay.
refreshing. So any play from Peter Brooks.
Okay. But you've got it. And what about a musical, a West End or Broadway musical?
One of my dream. Well, I had the chance to see the last venue in London. It was like 20 years ago, but that would be amazing to see it again. It's Cats.
Wow. Yeah, let's travel back in time and watch it in the 80s. Fantastic. And what about an opera on Thursday?
Opera. Do you have some recommendation? To be honest, opera.
I just love Tosca. The music and Anthony Pappano's production. It's on YouTube and it's incredible. It's dramatized and it's done for the screen. So Tosca would be Puccini's Tosca would be the one I'd take you to. It's hard to beat that one. It really is. Excellent. And Friday we're going to the cinema. What movie would you like to watch on a big screen?
Okay, so I'm fond of Pedro Almodovar films, and the one that I prefer. So if you would like it, or if you don't know it, just to have a hint of Spanish super culture, well, extravagant also. This is Volver.
Mm-hmm.
And Volver is a mix of music and incredible characters, and well, family story again around women, strong women, and this is a well typical thing I like to work also on my paintings around women. So Mediterranean woman and Mediterranean, it's a sort of those kind of colors. So it would be a
Perfect.
good share with you.
That's brilliant. So there we go. There's your cultural fantasy year. And you go on and you study emerging artists in Barcelona and around Spain. You've got the book deal, you've got the TED Talk, you've got the TV show and the lecture tour about emerging art in Spain. I hope you've enjoyed your fantasy cultural year, Tani.
It's Well, I mean, it's an amazing tour in so short time, but
Yeah,
it's great.
it's wonderful. Somebody suggested I set up a travel agency so that people could book their tours, which would be great.
Good idea.
Tani, thank you so much for joining me today for this. Wherever this appears, there'll be a profile about you with links to your work. It'll be on YouTube, SoundCloud, and our podcast as well, so that people who find it can come and browse through the wonderful work that you're doing on the website, which is what was it again? What was the website again?
TaniTelas.com.
Excellent. Great. Don't rush off, but for the time being, Tani, thank you so much for joining me today and for being one of our followers.
Well, thank you, Mark. Thank you. And well, ACN is great network. Thanks for everything.
Thank you so much.